The introduction to the Exodus story aims to immerse the audience in the historical and cultural backdrop of this pivotal biblical narrative. The Exodus is a foundational tale of liberation and divine faith, chronicling the Israelites' escape from Egyptian bondage under the leadership of Moses, guided by their faith in God. This story is not only a religious narrative, but also a profound metaphor for freedom, resilience, and the power of faith against overwhelming odds. Setting the context of the Exodus means understanding the socio-political environment of ancient Egypt, where the Israelites were enslaved, and recognizing the profound faith that fueled their journey to liberation. The significance of setting this context cannot be understated. It serves as the foundation for understanding the magnitude of the Israelites' plight and subsequent emancipation. Without grasping the harsh realities of enslavement and the oppressive regime of Pharaoh, the extraordinary nature of their liberation and faith-driven quest to the Promised Land loses some of its impact. Additionally, this context underscores the persistent human struggle for freedom, providing a narrative that resonates across various cultures and eras. In modern contexts, the Exodus story is often seen echoing through the civil rights movement in the United States, where leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. invoked its themes to inspire and mobilize efforts toward racial equality. Similarly, it surfaces in the narratives of oppressed groups worldwide, who find in it a powerful symbol of hope and divine justice. These examples show the enduring relevance and application of the Exodus story beyond its original setting. Opinions supporting the importance of setting the context emphasize that a deep understanding of this backdrop enriches one's appreciation of the story's layers and complexities. Scholars and theologians argue that recognizing the historical and cultural nuances allows for a more profound engagement with the text's spiritual and moral lessons. However, potential challenges arise in the historical accuracy of the Exodus account, with debates among historians and archaeologists about the evidence supporting the biblical narrative. Some view the story as allegorical, emphasizing spiritual truths over historical facts. This contextual understanding influences other aspects of the Exodus narrative, such as the development of faith and identity, and the establishment of laws and community that stem from the journey. By grounding the story in its historical and cultural context, we also understand the subsequent impact it had on the formation of religious traditions and ethical teachings that continue to shape societies today. The plight of the Israelites in Egypt represents a critical juncture in the narrative of the Exodus, an epic tale of liberation and faith. This concept encompasses the suffering and oppression faced by the Israelites during their enslavement under Egyptian rule. They were subjected to harsh labor, forced to build the cities of Pithom and Ramesses, and endure relentless hardship. This period of bondage is significant as it sets the stage for the themes of liberation and divine intervention that define the Exodus story. The Israelites' struggle under Egyptian rule highlights their journey from oppression to freedom, a tale that resonates deeply with universal themes of liberation and justice. In terms of significance, the plight of the Israelites underscores the need for deliverance and the central role of faith in their journey. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the belief in a higher power working for liberation. This narrative not only captures the historical and religious significance for the Jewish people, but also transcends to inspire numerous liberation movements worldwide. For instance, the civil rights movement in the United States drew heavily on the Exodus story, with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. echoing the themes of deliverance in their calls for racial equality. Similarly, the anti-apartheid struggle in South Africa found inspiration in the parallel narratives of oppression and freedom. Opinions supporting this idea often emphasize the enduring power of faith and hope in the face of adversity. Religious scholars and commentators view the Israelites' plight as an essential precursor to their eventual redemption, a story that has given strength and inspiration across millennia. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding the historical accuracy of these events. The lack of definitive archaeological evidence has led some scholars to question the literal truth of the biblical account. These alternative viewpoints suggest that the story may serve more as a symbolic narrative rather than a historical record. Despite these debates, the plight of the Israelites is intrinsically connected to other aspects of the Exodus story. It catalyzes the call for liberation, the intervention of Moses, and the subsequent journey through the desert. This plight not only marks the beginning of their struggle, but also the foundation upon which their eventual faith and freedom are built. It provides invaluable insight into the transformative power of faith and the relentless human pursuit of freedom. Moses. The reluctant leader introduces us to one of the most pivotal figures in the story of the Exodus. Moses, who is famously characterized by his initial hesitation to embrace his destiny as the leader who would guide the Israelites out of Egyptian bondage. This notion of reluctance is deeply rooted in Moses' early life experiences and personal insecurities. According to the biblical narrative, Moses was born into a Hebrew family but raised in the Egyptian pharaoh's palace, giving him a unique, conflicted identity. When God first calls to him from the burning bush, Moses is filled with doubt and questions his ability to lead, citing his poor speaking skills and lack of authority. The significance of Moses' reluctance is profound. It humanizes a larger-than-life figure, making him relatable and underscoring the theme of divine guidance that is central to the Exodus story. His hesitation highlights the concept of faith in divine purpose and destiny, demonstrating that even the most unlikely individuals can become great leaders when they align with a higher cause. This aspect of Moses' character can resonate with anyone who has ever doubted their own capabilities when faced with tremendous challenges. Two real-world applications of this concept are evident in leadership development and personal growth narratives. Firstly, many leadership training programs emphasize the idea that great leaders often emerge from unexpected places, with reluctance serving as a catalyst for growth and learning. Leaders who initially doubt their abilities can become highly effective by embracing their vulnerabilities and seeking guidance and support. Secondly, personal growth stories frequently highlight individuals who, like Moses, overcame self-doubt to achieve remarkable feats, demonstrating that an initial reluctance can lead to profound transformation. Support for the idea of reluctant leadership can be found in psychological studies, suggesting that individuals who are initially hesitant may exhibit greater empathy and adaptability, valuable traits in a leader. However, potential challenges to this viewpoint include the risk that some may remain paralyzed by fear and never move beyond their reluctance. Critics might argue that overstressing reluctance could deter individuals from taking decisive action. Moses' journey from reluctance to leadership connects to other aspects of the Exodus narrative, such as the themes of liberation and faith. His personal transformation mirrors the collective transformation of the Israelites from slaves to a liberated people, and his trust in divine guidance exemplifies the faith required for such a journey. Thus, Moses, the reluctant leader, not only enriches the story of the Exodus, but also provides timeless insights into leadership and human potential. The 10 Plagues, a central narrative in the biblical book of Exodus, describe a series of calamities inflicted upon Egypt by God through Moses to persuade Pharaoh to release the Israelites from bondage. These plagues range from the transformation of the Nile into blood to the death of the Egyptian firstborns. Each event is not only a demonstration of divine power, but also symbolic, challenging the perceived omnipotence of Egypt's pantheon and reaffirming the supremacy of the God of Israel. The 10 plagues serve as a foundational element in the story of the Exodus, underscoring themes of liberation and faith. They illustrate the struggle between oppression and divine intervention, highlighting the lengths to which God will go to secure freedom for his chosen people. This becomes a testament to the enduring faith of the Israelites despite repeated setbacks, and contributes to their identity as a nation forged through trial and deliverance. In modern contexts, the concept of the 10 plagues can illustrate the broader themes of liberation in civil rights movements. For instance, the narrative can be likened to the perseverance required in the fight against systemic oppression, as seen in the American Civil Rights Movement or South Africa's struggle against apartheid. These real-world applications show how the tale serves as an allegory for overcoming seemingly insurmountable challenges through resilience and faith. Supportive opinions suggest that the plagues represent moral lessons about the consequences of tyranny and the power of faith-driven perseverance. Critics and alternative viewpoints often challenge the historical accuracy of the plagues, debating their plausibility and questioning whether these events were intended as literal occurrences or allegorical stories for moral instruction. Some scholars propose natural explanations for the plagues, such as ecological disasters or diseases, which adds layers to the interpretation and stimulates discussion on the interplay between faith and historical fact. The 10 plagues connect deeply with other themes of the Exodus narrative, such as the covenant between God and the Israelites and the journey to the Promised Land. They set the stage for the eventual liberation and reinforce the notion that faith in divine promises can lead to redemption and freedom. This interconnection emphasizes that liberation, as experienced by the Israelites, is not merely physical, but also spiritual, rooted in a profound trust in divine guidance. Through the story of the plagues, audiences are invited to reflect on the power of faith and the eternal struggle for freedom, both ancient and contemporary.